Welcome back, everybody. Some more EU4 with me, Daniel from Dan Has Fun. Been a long old time since I've recorded any of this. Shouldn't have seen too much of an interruption. I think we had some Dungeon Keeper 2 on in the meantime. Hopefully you've been enjoying that series as well. Let's do a little bit of a summary and catch-up, because it has been a while. So we're playing as the Netherlands. Started as East Frisia. We're having a bonny old time. We've taken all of the Danish mainland. We've taken a little bit of Western Ireland. We have this one tiny province of, Brittany, France when we took it off them. And we're slowly trying to get what is modern-day Belgium off the hands of Nassau, who ended up acquiring it once the King of Burgundy died. Pros and cons for them getting it versus, say, Austria, but we're playing the cards we're dealt. We have an enormous Ottomans. We have a pretty big, what will be the Commonwealth. Right now it's still Poland and Lithuania. You'll notice we don't have a Russia or a Muscovy on this map. They capitulated incredibly, explosively, I guess, significantly back in the early game. Pretty rare to see it completely disappear by 1600, but it's been gone for decades, which is a bit wild. Elsewhere, Spain's doing pretty much what Spain does, colonizing the middle of New Americas. Do what they do. Portugal have taken over pretty much South America by themselves. We have a tiny little slither of land. Really, it's just there to make life easier colonially and to move our ships around. I know, very validly, there was a comment about taking over the English location in Panama. I thought it would be Spain that would be antagonized, but it turns out that Portugal kind of crept further north. This is still a dangerous place to try and put a colony down. I don't mind going down here, because if Portugal attacks us, yeah, it'll suck. But it won't be too bad. Spain attacks us right now, we're in bad times. Right, really, really bad times. So I'd prefer if that did not happen. What I would really like is to get our, colony based out of the States. A contiguous land border, that would be great. Because this border gore is disgusting. Taking some land off the Iroquois would be preferable, probably the easiest out of these three options. But we do have a mission to subjugate England. We're not going to do it yet because, if we look at our great power status, we are ahead of them, but they still have development about 2/3 of our own. So if we took them as essentially a vassal or subject nation, they would rebel immediately and everybody would jump in and we would have our day thoroughly ruined. So we're probably going to have to war England maybe once more before we try and do that. I think that would be a fair thing to say. Other than that, though, what's the game plan at the moment? Well, we'd love to take on France. And if it was not for the fact that Portugal is the defender of the Catholic faith, France would be an incredibly easy target. Can't go after them, though, right now. That's way too much. England's a fairly easy target. We can't technically declare war on them yet. That'll be next year. Sweden would also be a great target, but they're allied to Portugal. Not sure how they roped that in, given they're Protestant, but whatever. We'll play the cards we're dealt. And then we just want to continue developing our colonies. So Cascadia clearly is going to be the Spanish, and they're just going to keep taking more land off the Zuni Federation, which has also got some horrendous border gore. What is going on here? This is where the cutoff is. So this line, this is where the Canadian colony would theoretically end. We technically have one province in what would be Cascadia. So if we wanted to generate a tiny Cascadian colony, I guess we could. But that's not really the priority. We'll likely be using this spot. We might end up calling it once we can reach it. If we ever end up able to reach it. And then just pumping out some units here. Because getting units across the Atlantic can be tricky. I don't know. We'll have to see what we want to do with that. We definitely do want to try and expand here, though, as well. Because we want to try and cut off the generation of Spanish Louisiana, at least somewhat. Really, we're trying to box in our own lands. We want to come down this way, and this way, cut it off, and that gives us a whole bunch of land that we'll pretty much be able to colonize at our own leisure. That's the game plan. We will see how close we get to that. Yeah, we'll see. We will certainly see. So, a couple of things I have to do for housekeeping before we hit to unpause the game. we need to do some renaming. We can't rename Verdun, that's a vassal. But we're going to do some maintenance on our other two. And I believe it's in here, is it? Customize subject, that's what I'm looking for. Get rid of that. So, New Shotland. I mean, it didn't really make a huge amount of sense, but I'm bad at names. Naming is not my specialty. We're going to have a bit of fun. And we're going to call this Nally-Iberg. So, partly to do with our subscriber, Nally Boy. Cheers, bud. Thanks for the support. And Iberg is a place I visited. It's pretty much on the outskirts of Amsterdam. Went there for my university thesis. Or one of them. So I thought that's a nice little touch. And for New Amsterdam, we're going to tweak this name a bit as well. Although this does make slightly more sense. It's just not very original. This probably isn't either, to tell you the truth. I think it's spelt like that. Because technically, Nova... Did I spell that right? No, I think they put an I in. That's too many. That looks right. Yeah, Nova Hollandia. Because when the Dutch came, they came to the States in what is now Maine. I think it was like 1670s, I think. It's been a long time since I've done history class. I'm in my 30s. But I think that's where they went in and temporarily took a fort off the French. Anyway, we've got some names that make a bit more sense and are slightly more original. Not massively, but close enough. I was really hoping this stood for like new, but I put it into Google Translate. Apparently your name means Teddy in Finnish. Not sure if you ever knew that, but now you do. Alright, so I think all of the prep work is pretty much done. I'm having my transports move back to, well, I'm going to move them to South America first, but then move them back to the European mainland. Because we're probably going to want to set up to take on the English, and we have a year to do it. So, we're going to prepare. They only have one ally. It's a one-province minor. We don't care. I'm sure we'll be able to generate enough troops over here if we need to. It's going to take our 6,000... Well, I'll say 6,000. 6 units of transport for 6,000 men. We're going to move this stack over first. And we're going to park them in Ireland. When can we declare war on them? September. So almost a year. Let's unpause. That was a lot of recap considering where we are, but it's fine. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We've nearly absorbed Verdun, which is excellent. Election in the kingdom. You guys both kind of stink. You're certainly better, so I guess we'll take it. A 1-2-6 is not really the game plan. I mean, technologically, too, if we have a quick peek. We're ahead of time on everything, but you don't really want to lead with that unbalance, especially when we're looking soon to unlock a new admin idea group, but it's fine. The total number of pips is workable. We have explorers ready? I guess technically we do. That's a lot of ships to take out to the middle of nowhere. We're probably not going to do that. Let's take this one ship off. Protect trade. In Lubeck. Sure, you do you. This stack we're just going to sit in the Irish Sea so we can see where some of England's units are. Yep, thank you for integrating Verdun. Entrepreneur. Great trait. We'd love to see that. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying these videos. Definitely subscribe if you haven't. I mean, looking to try and get 100 subs by Halloween. That'd be nifty. Baby steps, right? I can't pronounce that place, but it's turned into an official colony, so we'll wait one day. Get down here. We do want to bring a minority with us because then it will settle more quickly. You want some Saxon? Sure, why not? Then yeah, we got a couple more tiles to the west we can go. We need to get a move on. That's why we have troops still there. Denmark's put a claim on, that's fine. That's fine. Do we want to force the colony to go into war? Give them something to do, I guess. I'm okay with this. Because this should end pretty quickly. Go on. Just in case you're going to be dumb, I'm going to sit there, make sure it gets occupied. Ooh, that's a gross event. Our reputation has been tarnished. How many Diplo points a month are we making? Well, a whopping 6, even after Verdun's been absorbed? Huh. We have an empty relationship slot now, too. I should think about how we're going to use that. Anyway, I'm not eating a stability right now. Get those cores. Do we have a good target for that diplomatic slot? Not in the building tab, you sure don't. Literally nobody will ally us because we're at war right now, but anybody that's less than minus 1,000 would be tempted, and they're all, apart from Never, all North American native holdings, so probably not the most interesting for us. Oh well. Gives us a slot to vassal somebody else if we need to. We'll see how we get on. That's fine. How many natives are in this batch? 1,000? Okay, that's fine then. We are certainly safe. Austria broke their alliance with us. That's interesting. Why do you hate me all of a sudden? Oh, because we annexed a member of the Holy Roman. Really? That was what tipped you over? Huh. Okay, well that's not very fun. That's going to leave us... Well, we're not exposed, because we still have Poland as an ally. And I mean, Frankfurt's not big, but at least it's going to be in the way of pretty much any nation that wants to come after us. But yeah, after this war, we're going to have to work all this out, aren't we? Maybe we'll slightly delay taking on England. You're going to leave your capital undefended? Okie dokie. I mean, you do you. I'm not going to stop you. Oh, they've already gone over there. That's fine then. Mulhouse, that's fine. Squabbles I don't care about. The Iroquois might come over here. I'm hoping they don't. But I don't think we're actively colonizing any of this, right? No, we're not yet. Okay, that's fine. I don't want to core this, but I'm probably going to have to so I can start spreading down here. It's a bit of a waste of admin points, but fine. Might be even bigger waste if they occupy it, but we'll cross that bridge. We're doing a lot of bridge crossing. You don't need to go home at war here, 29 trade ships. That's fine. You have enough. We're accumulating a lot of legitimacy. I'm okay with this. Did my trade ships make it over here yet? Trade ships, transport ships. I mean, I guess they're trading in people, but that's not quite what I meant. Where are they? Where did my ships go? Okay, they're on the corner. Wow, they are attritioning like Billy-O. How slow are they being? Very, I guess is the answer. Okay, well, put them in that one province further down the coastline. Stupid trade ships. Speaking of trade, England's declared on the Iroquois. That's bad timing. Although, do they even have any troops over here? I don't see any. So we might be okay. And yeah, they are going to go occupy where I'm coring. Annoying, but what are we going to do? So global trade has spawned, but it has spawned in our territory. How exciting is that? We must have the biggest trade node. So goods have been moved across continents since antiquity. Yada, yada, yada. Silver being mined. All that good stuff. We gain 100 of every monarch power. We get prestige. We get government reform progress. We get the global trade hub in East Friesland, which means we get 10% more local trade power modifier. That's unbelievably good. Yeah, love to see that. And for once, I'm going to pause just for a second. We go into this beautiful map. I mean, to be fair, global trade is one of the easiest ones to spread. But it's very, very cool that we have an icon here. Yeah, just as an example. We're getting 1.36 a month from the one next to us. Because we have printing press. So essentially having printing press gives everybody the ability to develop global trade. But still, that's very cool. Very, very cool. This is less cool. If we could stop this happening, please, that would be great. Finally, the I don't know why colonial AI is so unbelievably dumb, but it is like extra level dumb. You're colonized, you're colonized. Anything particularly interesting over here? Not really. We don't want to go to the area that's arid yet, obviously. So we'll just go next door. Just send a regular colonist, it's fine. This is not the priority area, I think it's fair to say. You can now move up, please. We're just really here so that if Portugal does declare on us, we have a buffer. Frankfurt declaring on Hesse, that's fine with me. I mean, I'm probably not going to help you a ton. Because you don't need any help, I guess. But I can say I was participating. That's all that matters. 20 ducats, I think we can afford that. We should probably spend our money on something, but not right now. Age of Reformation is ending. Do we want to start a golden era before that ends? Probably. But we're going to wait pretty close to the end. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. Because we don't have enough... Well, we have enough... No, we're miles away from the next tech level. I was thinking about it. I'm like, do I just want to get this stuff really early? No, I don't think we do. We should invest some. Go into development. What's the most efficient use of military points? And we're going to play the rounding game. You know me by now. Beautiful. And anybody got 1 or 2 off a rounding? You got 2. There you go, sunshine. There. I mean, we have a guy with 6 military. So we might as well use some of this, right? There we go. Beautiful. Spain's declared on the Zuni Federation. We already talked about that going, you know, it's a thing that was going to happen. Lo and behold, it did. Can you please not do that? 500. You know, that's sleep material, but still it's annoying. If they don't come back, I'm going to start sieging out the required capital, I guess. I did not mean to click through that. Who did Portugal declare on? Oh, okay, that's fine. It's music. They're not called Musica, but when I had a dyslexic moment in the past, that's what I thought they were called, and it just stuck. Besides, it's a cool name. It rolls off the tongue. No. Austria, you can collectively eat my butt. You were my allies, you broke it, and now we can't be friends anymore. That's just how it be. Thank you for the 6 favors. We did absolutely nothing, but you're welcome. Do we want to get a new leader as well for our armies? We probably should. You stink, but it's fine. Better than a kick in the Bolognas. Speaking of Bolognas, do we want to throw our diplomats at anything? Should probably do 1 on allies, the whole 2 allies that we have, and then we still have a spare diplomat, so it's fine. We're currying a lot of favors with Poland for reasons I'm not really sure why, but it's better to have them than not have them. The Portuguese-Ottoman conflicts. Interesting. I wonder if they will end up in a fight. That'd be great. Where are you? Oh. Yeah, okay. Good luck to you. You are going to get very wrecked. Did I never core this stuff? What was past Daniel doing? Get this cord, you absolute pasta bake. Mamma mia. It's fine. At least we caught it. But yeah, overextension for absolutely no reason. That's all fine. There was a lot of pop-ups. I was worried, and that I shouldn't have been. Do we have any states we want to do? I mean, we do have North Carolina completed, but it's a whopping 16 development. We should probably turn this into a state. 51 development, and we still have another 23 we don't have. That's pretty tasty. I like that. That'll give us more naval capacity too, which is the thing we are very limited on. Speaking of things we're limited on, that troop's lifespan is very limited. Please run away. Go hide. Would have been nice if my colony was doing this job, but, you know, why would they do the job for which they are paying me? Sweden's going to eat the rest of Denmark. Not really much I can do about that. Not that worried. This land up here is not highly valued. Thank you. That's fine. I don't want to say that name. That's going to be rude. But we've colonized it. That's the important thing. I don't know how to pronounce it, and the Anglophone in me is like, no, I'm gonna duck that one, I think. Do I want to send a colonist here right now when we're at war? And that's 10 development, but it's a bit risky. How many days would it take for them to get there? 10. We have no way of defending that, so we're not going to do that straight away. Let's go colonize further down the coastline. Or, alternatively, I did notice before we started recording, there's one province that has this emporium, gives you more trade power. We might want to run to that, but I'm not super enamored. Remember, all the trade here is pretty much going to go... Got to turn sound off of my phone and it gave myself a heart attack. That was my phone, not yours, don't worry. If you weren't looking at your phone, my bad. No, all the trade here is going to end up going to the trade node over here. So it's probably not worth doing. They're making pretty good money. I mean, it makes sense. They've colonized almost the entirety of South America, but, you know. You know what I'm talking about. Disable that for now. We do want to get some more points. Platinum in a golden era. Good for them. Do you think if I ran back there and said attach, they'll join me? What do you think? Let's watch and see if the AI can at least do that correctly. I'm not sure what they'll do. There's the truce with England being over. I guess speaking of which, you should probably come back now. Can I get over there without dying, you think? I'm not even gonna... I guess we should try. If they don't make it, then that's their fault. Definitely not mine. Nothing could be my fault. It's them that are out of touch. We don't have any subjects at this point in that regard that we need to bump. I guess we can send a diplomat to deal with outraged countries for all that matters. Nope, they did not come to join me, did they? And they've let England come in. Oh, for goodness sake, AI, what are you doing? At least they took the war goal. But there's nowhere on this earth they're going to give that up straight away. So, can we grab at least a little bit of land? How close are we? That's almost exactly what we can get. Well, done. That's all I was really looking for. I wanted to have a contiguous border. Was hoping to take a province or two more, but that's fine. You can now run away. I'm going to put you in that territory because you're probably going to need help defending it. Okay. That's fine. That's absolutely a-okay with me. And now, this nation will probably peace out because, well... Well, so they... Well, I was going to say, they won't peace out. We won't be able to take their province, but... That's really all I wanted. We can just use them as an excuse to declare war in the future. I'm okay with that. Alright, well that was nice and easy to get 3 provinces for our colony doing, well, I was going to say no work, but we had to do a lot more than I'd planned. Colonial AI, it's just grand. Just excellent. I'm going to borrow this colonist, please. It's going to cost us a little bit more of the dollary dues, but it's fine. This 10 development province sounds very good. We might even send... do I want to send a Catholic minority there? Probably not. It's dangerous, but it's fine. Gives another 3 development, so... I'm okay with this. This colony is going to struggle, so it needs all the development it can get. They never occupied Bar Wittigon? Huh. I guess the AI in North America in general is just a bit dense. Okay, stack you together. You guys need to come over to Sligo, please. Can do it in 2 batches. We have enough transports. Excellent. Native Rising. Oh, that's annoying. Like, they've literally just got there. I thought I'd at least get a few days, but apparently not. There's no way I'm going to get there in time, but we're going to have to split this stack anyway. Cool. Great project can be upgraded. We can get... Do we want either of these upgraded? I think we want that one. Very expensive, but more global trade power without me having to buy the buildings is excellent. Now, let's go to Ghent, and we'll move our other stack over. How many troops does England have? 37,000? They have no manpower. What's our aggressive expansion look like before I get too overzealous? A few nations hate us, but it's fine. We should probably find an ally before we do this. Again, any other nation of any interest want to ally us? See, this is pretty dreadful options, let's be honest. Do I want a 1-province minor? Not really. The Ottomans will not in a month of Sundays. Austria will probably hate us for the rest of the game now, because we're taking land from the Holy Roman Empire, essentially. Bohemia hates us because we're rivals. Volgas would be a terrible choice. Nassau will never do it because we're rivals. Milan might, with some persuasion. They're not enamored with us because they're Catholic, but they might ally us. We'll take a look, see what we get. Oh, I have 5 more transports I didn't even know I had. Cool. Yes, I know you damaged the colony because you guys suck. Let's try again. Catholic minority from Revel. I'm sending half a stack over. Try not to blow everything up before I get there this time. That would be great. I'm just asking if you did not break all my nice things. That's all I'm asking. I'm going to say no to that one. Don't usually say no. And I don't think it'll matter because I said yes to the other nation, but just on principle, no. I don't want to give your colony open borders. Then this 31k stack can go to Limerick. And we can stop currying favours now. That is fine. I don't know what we're planning to do with 46 favours, but I mean, it's better than not having them, I guess. We could support air for Poland. Because we have 4 diplomats. We're not going to need 4 doing something. Bring you back. Is there anything I want from you with these favours right now? Give me 251 gold, which is okay. Did they declare war on England? Absolutely not. Way too far away. Okay, well, that's good to know. No point bribing them, they won't do it. Aachen being involved is a little sucky, but we can bring Frankfurt in just to give them a smack. Okay, that's fine. Go on then, go support air. This guy's 44, so it's pretty unlikely that will really do anything, but he's also going to be a diplomat sitting on his backside doing nothing otherwise, so... Might as well do something. Although apparently we have a minus 2.1% chance. So, I guess he's doing less than nothing. Cool. Should probably seize land before we start. Thank you kindly. Now we play the waiting game of get my diplomat back. And I think we'll do the rest of the waiting next episode. So hopefully you've enjoyed the video. If you have, like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave some nice comments if you'd be so kind. It's always good for the algorithm. Blah, 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 blah. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye now.